When you find metal shavings on your oil dipstick, this might happen to you. Engine out. Yeah. A while ago, I was super excited because I just put a new transmission in my car and I was getting ready for an autocross weekend and decided to check an oil in my engine, and when I pulled the dipstick out, I found some metal shavings in the oil. Took the oil pan off, took the valve cover off, and yeah, engine is out, pistons are out of the engine. We need to rebuild that engine and do a bunch of modifications to hopefully prevent that from happening in the future. Let me show you what I found. To get to the engine, I had to remove the rear clamp again. If you watched the previous episode, you know that I had to remove it to do a transmission swap. So now I'm becoming an expert in clamp removal, apparently. Next was taking out the intake with this beautiful big ass supercharger. Then the headers and a half shaft. And finally, after removing the engine mount support brackets from the passenger side, the engine was free to be taken out while leaving the transmission in the car. Before starting the breakdown, I put the motor on the engine stand and started the damage assessment. Timing chain cover was next to be removed, followed by all of the timing components. As you can see, I'm working on the head of the engine here. I already removed the camshafts and now I'm trying to figure out how to access the shaft that secures the lifters in place. The piece that I am unbolting is called timing control valve housing. It operates the high and low cam profile system that is called VVTi, very similar to Honda VTEC. Mr. Butterfingers. This is the oil control valve. Expensive part, so I better be careful with it. What do we have here? That is a very confused look on my face. This is what a violinist looks like trying to work on an engine. Obviously, I have no idea what I'm doing. Inspecting the dreaded lift bolts that are actually quite important. If they back out or snap, you can say bye-bye to your motor. Okay, now strategizing on how to remove those lifters. Pulling out the shaft is very satisfying, and those falling lifters make such a cool, unique sound. Just listen to it. Please forgive my musical nerdiness, but I think the last one sounded flat. This shaft looks quite worn out. It looks like we have a lubrication issues. Okay, check out this lifter. It looks really worn out. This top surface should be flat, but it has a big groove gouged in. The rest of the lifters don't look as horrible as the one I showed you, but I will replace them all on that side. This is a shaft that's supposed to go through those very precisely machined holes and support the lifters, and for whatever reason it appears that it's bent. When I'm trying to put it through, it goes, and then it gets stuck. So, just place an order for a new one. 80 plus bucks with shipping and another week's wait. So, awesome. That's what car wrenching is all about. Finding something new, then ordering a part, then waiting, and then finding out something else that is broken, and then ordering and waiting for a new part. We all love wrenching, so we need to be patient. So first thing that I found out was that my camshaft is wiped. What does it mean that it's wiped? You can see that there's a deep groove right here on this, and that's bad. Then I disassembled the whole motor. I found a bunch of bore scoring. The pistons are not in a great shape. Look at those bores.
This was an aftermarket nickel plated engine block made to resist scoring, but it definitely failed. I can catch my fingernail on the scratches, which means that this block is unfortunately done. With this kind of plating, it cannot be honed. Pistons didn't fare much better. As you can see, there's a lot of scoring on the side skirts. Please let me know, what do you think is the reason for this kind of damage? I only put about 4,000 miles on this engine. The bearings look okay though, so yeah, we'll see if there's anything else that we can salvage out of this motor.
Luckily the crankshaft is still fine, and I can sell the block to a Monkey Wrench Racing, which is a wonderful shop that sent me this package. Ta-da! So, what's in the box? Well, since I already have to go through the engine rebuild and putting new camshafts, might as well go with the stage 3 camshafts. They're supposed to be good for maybe extra 10 horsepower, and they should fill out the mid-range a bit. So very much looking forward to this. You know, never waste good crisis. Good crisis. What I need to do now is to replace the lifters because they are damaged. Then see if I can fit those cams in, and then how much of a shim adjustment I will have to make this baby take well, and that's kind of intimidating. I've never done a shimming job on the engine, so I'm an amateur. I hope you all learn with me, and maybe I'm not going to make too many mistakes. You know, lots of resources on the internet and on the YouTube, so stay tuned.